Hola, soy LOUISE Hay. Me gustaría analizar algunas ideas contigo. La vida es en realidad muy sencilla. Lo que damos, recibimos. Lo que pensamos de nosotros mismos se convierte en nuestra realidad. Yo creo que todos, yo incluida, somos responsables de todo lo que ocurre en nuestra vida. Cada persona crea sus experiencias mediante sus pautas de pensamiento y de sentimiento. Las ideas que pensamos y las palabras que decimos crean nuestras experiencias. Lo que creemos de nosotros mismos y acerca de la vida se nos convierte en realidad. Nuestras palabras y nuestros pensamientos son poderosos. Ocurre como si cada vez que tenemos un pensamiento o cada vez que decimos algo, la mente universal estuviera escuchándonos y nos produjera esa experiencia sin juzgarnos ni criticarnos. Nuestra vida, nuestras relaciones, la buena o mala marcha de nuestra economía, nuestra salud, nuestra creatividad, todo es un reflejo de lo que creemos acerca de nosotros mismos. El poder universal jamás nos juzga ni nos critica. Solo nos acepta según cómo nos valoramos y luego refleja esto en nuestra vida. Si yo quiero creer que la vida es solitaria y que nadie me ama, eso será lo que encuentre en mi entorno. Pero si estoy dispuesta a abandonar esa creencia y a afirmar que el amor está en todas partes, que soy una persona amante y digna de ser amada, y a mantener esa nueva afirmación y a repetirla con frecuencia, entonces esa será mi realidad.
I am one with the power that created me, and this power has given me the power to create my own circumstances. I am loving and lovable, and I find love everywhere. All is well in my world. I am one with the power that created me, and this power has given me the power to create my own circumstances. I am loving and lovable, and I find love everywhere. All is well in my world. I am one with the power that created me, and this power has given me the power to create my own circumstances. I am loving and lovable, and I find love everywhere. All is well in my world. I am one with the power that created me, and this power has given me the power to create my own circumstances. I am loving and lovable, and I find love everywhere. All is well in my world.
It's as though our thoughts go out into the universe and are accepted and brought back to us as experience. Now that is a very simple thing, but most people don't get it. They don't understand it. They've never heard it before, and they think it's ridiculous. But if you can really accept the fact that every time you think a thought and every time you speak a word, you are literally painting your future, making your dinner, whatever you want to call it, you are creating. And you're creating your own life. And this is simple, but it's not easy to accept. But once you accept it, then you can start deliberately creating what you want in your life. And you begin to be aware of what you don't want in your life and how you are contributing to it. Now, I think this has been around forever, but for some reason in the last 20 years, the universe has wanted this to go out among all the people, or all the people that are ready for it. See, most of us just think, and we don't pay any attention to what we're thinking. We're just doing it. But that's something you need to train yourself to do, to begin to train yourself to be aware of what you're thinking. And one of the ways to do that is to periodically say to yourself, what am I thinking? Would I like this thought to create my life? Would I like to have the experience that this thought could bring to me?
Entonces aparecerán en mi vida otras personas cariñosas. Y aquellas que ya forman parte de mi vida serán más cariñosas conmigo. Y a mí me resultará más fácil expresar mi amor por los demás. La mayoría de nosotros tenemos ideas equivocadas acerca de quiénes somos. Además de muchísimas normas rígidas sobre la manera que ha de vivirse la vida. Esto no quiere decir que hayamos de condenarnos a nosotros mismos, porque cada uno hace todo lo mejor que puede en cada momento. Si supiéramos más, si tuviéramos más entendimiento y conocimiento, entonces haríamos las cosas de diferente modo. Por favor, no te menosprecies por estar donde estás. El solo hecho de que hayas descubierto esta cinta y te hayas encontrado conmigo significa que estás preparado para hacer un cambio positivo en tu vida. Admítelo. Como sabes, cuando éramos pequeños, cuando éramos bebés, aprendimos a conocernos, a saber quiénes éramos y qué pensar acerca de nosotros mismos por las reacciones que nuestros padres tenían hacia nosotros. No había otra manera de aprender. Y después, cuando nos hacemos mayores, tenemos la tendencia a recrear el entorno emocional de nuestra primera vida en el hogar. Eso no es bueno ni malo, ni correcto ni incorrecto. Se trata sencillamente de lo que en nuestro interior conocemos como hogar. También tenemos tendencia a recrear en nuestras relaciones personales la relación que tuvimos con nuestra madre o con nuestro padre o la relación que había entre ellos. Piensa en cuántas veces has tenido una pareja, un jefe o una jefa que era exactamente como tu padre o tu madre. Otra cosa que solemos hacer cuando crecemos es tratarnos de la misma manera que nos trataban nuestros padres. Nos reprendemos y nos castigamos del mismo modo. Hasta casi podríamos escuchar las mismas palabras que ellos usaban si prestamos atención. También nos amamos y nos damos aliento de la misma manera si es que fuimos amados y recibimos aliento cuando éramos pequeños. Esto no significa que tengamos que culpar de nada a nuestros padres, porque todos somos víctimas de víctimas.
Well, I think it really starts with realizing that you don't love yourself, that most people don't. Most people feel they're not good enough, that they haven't done it right, they won't do it right, they'll never be enough, and they're definitely not lovable. And when we come from that space, it's very hard to create things for ourselves that are really good. So in the early days when I worked with people, I used to fix this problem and fix that problem, and you'd have this a health thing, and we'd work on that and we'd work on this. And one day I discovered, much to my amazement, that if I would help people learn to love themselves, to really accept themselves as they are, we didn't have to work on problems, because it was almost like a miracle. Everything seemed to fall away. It's a hard one for people because we grow up believing that we're not good enough and nothing is right. I remember lots of times I would ask people, well, what is really wrong with you? What have you done that is so terrible that you're not acceptable to yourself? And I never, ever, ever got an answer that made any sense. You know, they might say something like, well, I'm too fat. Well, so, you know, but When you talk about loving yourself, a lot of people think that that's vanity. But it isn't really. It has nothing to do with that. That is narcissistic. But to really care for you and to acknowledge that you are an important being. It's almost like in the Bible they would say, you recognize that you are a child of God, that therefore you are perfect. But even if you're not a biblical person, if you can recognize that you are a being that has self-worth, if you can really recognize your own worth, then you start to treat yourself differently. And I think that's what's so very important about loving yourself, is you stop beating yourself up, you stop making yourself wrong, you stop talking about how awful you are, and you stop saying things like, I'm really stupid and stuff, and you start to treat yourself with a certain amount of respect. And this makes an enormous difference, because what you give out in life is what comes back to you. So if you're giving out a feeling of, I'm okay, I'm good enough as I am, and I am acceptable, and I love life, and I love me, and you start having gratitude for yourself and for life, then life treats you differently, because you are having a different vibration that you're giving out and getting back. And that's when things really start to flow. Now, a lot of people don't realize it, but you have to practice. You just have to start it. And that's why I try to get people to do a lot of mirror work. If you look in the mirror, just simple things like looking in the mirror in your own eyes and saying, I love you. I really, really love you. And it helps if you use your name, Louise, I love you. I really love you. It gets to that little child inside that has been rejected for so long, and it breaks open sort of a dam or a door or whatever you want to call it, and it's like little miracles start to happen. Lots of little good things happen. Everybody's on a journey from the time we're born till the time we leave. But when we go on a spiritual journey, it seems to be more conscious, and we begin to make conscious choices about life instead of just going on and getting up in the morning and doing our stuff and then going to bed. We begin to make conscious choices of our thoughts and our actions and even the foods we eat and things like that. And it's putting your foot on the pathway one step at a time. And some of us do very devious journeys, and we take lots of little side tracks, and we don't get very far really. And some of us just are very conscientious about it and go one step after another and go closer to our pathway, which is really, to me, I think enlightenment is letting go of all the things we believe that are not benefiting us in life, or that are barriers to our life, to the good things in life, and to release them one by one and just think, I don't have to believe that anymore, or do I want to believe that anymore? And making a conscious choice, When we can understand that every single thing we believe has been a choice, and it may or may not be true. It can be true for you and not for you, because it's your belief system and your belief system, and then I have my belief system. I say a lot. That may be true for you, it's not true for me. I may not say that out loud, but people are doing things or saying things, and I think that to myself a lot. And also, it has nothing to do with me. Whatever's going, that has nothing to do with me, because I'm under the law of my own consciousness. This is my pathway, and you have your pathway, you have yours, everybody does. So we're all on a journey, and I think the more conscientious we are about it, and the more conscious choices we make, the better our journey is, or the easier, or the swifter, or we get more goodies, or we have better health. All that stuff.
Nuestros padres hicieron todo lo mejor que podían hacer con el entendimiento y conocimiento que poseían. No podían enseñarnos nada que no supieran. Si tu madre no se amaba a sí misma, era imposible que te enseñara a amarte a ti mismo. Si deseas entender mejor a tus padres, pídeles que te hablen de su propia infancia. Si los escuchas con compasión, podrás ver de dónde proceden sus temores y sus rígidas pautas. Ahora bien, todo esto nos enseña de dónde provienen muchas de nuestras creencias, pero no usemos esta información como disculpa para quedarnos atascados en nuestro sufrimiento. El pasado no tiene ningún poder sobre nosotros. No importa durante cuánto tiempo hayamos seguido una pauta negativa. La efectividad de nuestro poder está en el momento presente. La efectividad de tu poder está en el momento presente.
And the universe loves grateful people. The more grateful you are, the more you get to be grateful about. It's that simple. Life is really very simple. We make it enormously complicated, but it doesn't have to be.